I want you to imagine sitting in a quiet room, listening to static, white noise, hissing. For years, this is all humanity heard from the universe. We pointed our massive ears, radio telescopes, at the stars, hoping to hear a whisper, a pattern, anything that proved we weren't alone. But the universe was silent until the night of August 15, 1977. Jerry Ehman was a volunteer astronomer working at the Big Ear Radio Telescope at Ohio State University. The telescope was scanning the sky, listening specifically to the frequency of 1420 megahertz. This is known as the hydrogen line. Hydrogen is the most common element in the universe. Scientists theorized that if intelligent aliens wanted to communicate across the galaxy, they would use this frequency because it is a universal channel that every astronomer would be watching. It is the cosmic water cooler. On that night, the telescope drifted across the constellation Sagittarius. Suddenly, the printer needle jumped. The computer began to spit out a sequence of numbers and letters that represented signal intensity. Usually the numbers were low, 1, 2, 3. But this time the sequence spiked violently. It printed 6EQUJ5. In the code of the computer, this meant the signal was 30 times louder than the background noise of deep space. It wasn't a blip, it was a scream. Jerry Ehman looked at the printout. He was so stunned by the intensity and the clarity of the signal that he grabbed a red pen, circled the code 6EQUJ5, and wrote one word in the margin: wow. This became known as the wow signal. It is the most famous and most frustrating event in the history of the search for extraterrestrial intelligence, SETI. The signal had all the hallmarks of artificial origin. First, it was narrowband. Natural radio sources, like stars or quasars, are wideband. They scream across many frequencies at once, like a messy splash of static. But the wow signal was razor sharp. It was broadcasting on exactly 1420 megahertz and nothing else. It looked like a radio station tuning in. Second, the signal lasted exactly 72 seconds. This is crucial. The Big Ear telescope was fixed to the ground. It used the rotation of the Earth to scan the sky. Because of the Earth's rotation, any specific point in space is reachable by the telescope for exactly 72 seconds. The fact that the signal started when the telescope hit that spot, rose to a peak, and then faded away as the Earth turned, proved that the signal was coming from deep space. It wasn't a glitch in the computer. It wasn't an airplane. It was a fixed point among the stars. The scientists were ecstatic. They thought, this is it. We have made contact. They pinpointed the location. The signal came from the direction of the star Chi Sagittarii, about 120 light-years away. They immediately pointed the telescope back at that spot, waiting for the message to repeat. They waited hours, then days, then months. But the signal never came back. The spot was dead silent. Over the last 40 years, we have pointed our most powerful ears, the Very Large Array, the Parkes Observatory, at that exact coordinate hundreds of times. We have listened for thousands of hours, but we have never heard a whisper. This created a mystery that divides the scientific community. If it was aliens, why did they only say hello once? One theory is the lighthouse theory. Imagine a lighthouse beam sweeping across the ocean. If you are on a ship, you see the light flash for a second, and then it is dark again until the beam rotates back. Maybe the alien transmitter wasn't pointed at us. Maybe it was a rotating beacon sweeping the galaxy, and we just happened to catch the beam for 72 seconds. If the rotation is slow, say once every 100 years, we might still be waiting for the second flash. Another theory is darker. Maybe it wasn't a beacon. Maybe it was a spaceship. If an alien ship engaged its high-energy engines while passing through that sector, the blast of radio waves might have hit Earth. But because the ship was moving, by the time we looked back, it was gone. Recently, in 2024, scientists proposed a new natural explanation involving comets. They suggested that a cloud of hydrogen gas surrounding a pair of comets passing through the telescope's view could have emitted a signal at 1420 megahertz. It was a clever theory. But critics pointed out that comets don't emit signals that loud, and they wouldn't create the perfect on-off curve that the WOW signal did. The comet theory was largely debunked. So, we are left with the uncomfortable truth. The WOW signal remains the strongest candidate for alien contact we have ever seen. In 2012, humanity sent a reply. We used the Arecibo Observatory to beam a message back to the coordinates of the WOW signal. We sent 10,000 Twitter messages, videos of celebrities, and scientific formulas. That message is currently traveling through the void. It will arrive at its destination in the year 2132. If there is anyone there to receive it, maybe our great-grandchildren will get a reply. Or maybe the WOW signal was the last gasp of a dying civilization. A final automated distress call sent out before the lights went out. We heard the phone ring in the middle of the night. We picked it up, and there was only static. But for 72 seconds, we knew there was someone on the other end of the line. I am your host. Keep listening. Subscribe.